Hello, I'm Zabio Venegas, the director of this of this awful movie. I probably shouldn't talk too bad about it, but yeah, you're watching the commentary track for this film, released like 5 years later, which is I probably should have released it sooner, but it is what it is. I guess yeah, that intro that you just saw that there, it was really short because nobody worked on this except me and a couple of people. Just and by a couple I mean like two other people basically. So yeah, essentially that intro was based on Godzilla 1998 and 2014 title intros because I really like those anyway. That's literally the whole reason, because I like them. And you'll see throughout the duration of this film that all the good stuff, or at least all the stuff that I consider decent or good, is literally just ripped off from stuff that I like. So this is like really early, like this is some like really early stuff here. This is I didn't know jack nothing, like nothing at all. And here, this like little intro here, this little introduction for our characters. There's a Japanese family that speak English for some reason. I don't know, man. I don't know no Japanese. To be fair, I have heard it's like a hard language for English speakers, so it is what it is. But anyways, yeah, you're basically being introduced to that family, and literally nothing comes out of it. It was supposed to be this whole subplot of I don't know, but like I don't even know, man. Like I have to like go back in time to find out what I was even planning to do. Yeah. So anyway, there's Ebra. There's just a big lobster basically, and yeah. So the government is basically is trying to like cover up the existence of these kaiju's. Basically, that's like the whole subplot over here. But anyways, back to like the family in the beginning. Essentially, the whole like the main character was supposed to be like that one like teenager dude, and essentially like he was supposed to like learn to actually love his family or something like that. I think that's what I was trying to go for, but I'm not exactly sure. And oh yeah, and here's like I really love this scene actually. I really love this one. I have no idea what I based this on, but I think it's probably one of my favorite sequences. So it's essentially this Russian fishing ship that discovers this like frozen block of like this sea dragon or something like that. That's supposed to be Manda from like the Toho films, like the old ones. And actually, a really funny story is that when I was freezing that guy up, I actually had to take like a bag of like frozen chicken off away from like the fridge and into the refrigerator because there was no room. So I put the bowl of this like toy dragon and like with just water so it could freeze over, and I put the chicken in the refrigerator. So I basically took it out of the fridge, and when we got back from church, my parents got mad that the chicken wasn't in the fridge, and it was basically defrosting. So I basically had to make up a whole lie that this was some sort of like a school project on how like plastic uh like goes like reacts to like being frozen and stuff, which is sort of a half lie because I sort of kind of said a bit of truth there. It was something that I did learn at school, and I basically just used that, even though I was basically filming this during the summer, basically. So it's just so stupid, you know. And using blankets for waves, man. Like they're just drawing waves. It was, oh my goodness, man. I just did not know what to do here. I mean, it was my first time. Like, what do you expect from me? This is like the first time I made like a almost 30-minute video. That wasn't like a live stream or something like that. Also, there you can still see the watermark on the editing thing. I was using this editing app, and you had to pay to take the watermark out. So I obviously, because I'm broke, I wasn't gonna pay that. So obviously that's why the watermark is still there. Oh, and then you get some more waves there. You know, it's you see how did he survive? Ooh, and Manda escapes into the sea. He'll be seen later. Don't worry, guys. He's not gone. Anyways, this Russian dude is supposed to be Russian, even though he's speaking English. You know, because I don't know Russian. But anyways, this Russian dude, he was supposed to be the main character for like the third movie, because I was planning to do this as a trilogy, which is why later on in the movie, spoilers, but later on in the movie, you see King Ghidorah like frozen, and I say in quotation marks frozen, in ice. So and essentially this Russian dude, he was supposed to be like the main character of the third movie, basically. So yeah, so they fly him off to safety, yada yada yada, and the Japanese government finds out about the situation. So Manda escaped into I'm guessing Japanese waters. He's moving into Japanese waters. For some reason, the Japanese drop a nuke, which makes no sense because if you know the history of Japan, you know they got bombed in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and the government of Japan is very anti nuclear weapons. So it makes literally no sense as to why the Japanese would have nuclear bombs. Either that or these guys aren't supposed to be Japanese and are supposed to be just Americans stationed in Japan. And even then, it's like, what even is this, man? Like, I don't know, man. I was dumb. I was so dumb for that. But yeah, so basically the Japanese here, this like committee that for some reason are basically just the Animaniacs, being commanded by this chicken guy from Food Fighters, this old toy line back in 1988 by Mattel. Basically, they bought a bomb Manda with a nuclear bomb, and there you go. You see it, boom, like it just lands in the water. It doesn't even sink. It doesn't even. Oh, there you go. It's sinking now. Sinking now. Yeah, so it's sinking. I actually really did like that. Like, Manda's like serves like just kind of circling around the bomb, you know, curious, and then bam, it explodes. There's no mushroom cloud, no nothing. It's just an explosion. But bam, boom, that wakes up Godzilla. Oh no, oh no, what have they done? Oh wow. I'm surprised how fast paced this is. Like, I really just wanted to get to the main centerpiece of the movie, which we're about to see in a few minutes. I just really wanted to speed things up because I was, I don't know, man, I was impatient. And I was working with literally no script. I was just making it up as I went along. I was just recording my toys, doing little stupid things. And oh my goodness, that's literally just a stock image of Godzilla 2014. What have I done? Originally, I did want that to be a cardboard cutout, and I was just gonna like use some lighting and some like smoke to make it look more kind of like the movie. But then I just didn't do it. So then I just used a stock image from the movie, which is so stupid. In fact, actually, the first like 10 minutes of this movie, I was filming without a Godzilla toy, basically. So I literally had no Godzilla toy. That image of Godzilla, the toy where like the eye opens and stuff, like I added that like afterwards while I was editing. So while I was filming with literally no Godzilla toy. So for like the first 10 minutes, there's no Godzilla. There's literally no Godzilla. He's only represented using a Stegosaurus and a stock image, man. That is the most insane thing I've ever done. But like, okay, maybe not the most insane thing I've ever done, but it is kind of creative, I will say. It's a little bit creative, yeah. And essentially, this scene, the little brother, he's having like I don't know, he's having like nightmares. He sees this big giant dinosaur in his window, just staring at him menacingly, man. He's just standing there, man. It's so fucking stupid.
But they paid full price for it. I'm sorry, sir, but you can't get them. But you can't get the flamethrower. This is not full price. Of course,
Bro, the scene is so unnecessary. Essentially, this is like the dad character, and he's like he's getting yelled at by a customer, but the customer is like a Lego piece. That's not even a person. That's a Lego piece, yo. Oh my goodness, bro. Oh, but he getting cursed out by a Lego piece, man. What the world? That scene was like so unnecessary. It didn't even need to be there. Like, it's just padding out the runtime.
What has happened to you recently? You seem a lot happier. It was last night.
Yo, I just realized that I was doing some kind of racist Japanese accents for the Japanese characters, man. Like, I don't think it was my intention to be racist or anything. It's because the whole reason that this fan film is set in Japan was because I saw that a lot of other fan films were set like in America and stuff, and I was thinking it would be like a nice change of pace to like set a Godzilla fan film in Japan, because you know that's where he's from, you know that's where he was created. So I thought it would have been a nice change of pace, but in doing so, I just did like, since I don't know Japanese, I just did these racist Japanese accents, man. Oh my, holy shit. Yo, I swear, if I don't get accepted into college, if they see this, man, it's over for me, man. It's over. Alright, so here we have Manda. He's stepping foot into Japan, Tokyo, or whatever it is. There's a whole box labeled Godzilla because that's where I kept my props, but I also used it as the house slash store for like the family, for like the main characters. That is I didn't even bother taking it off. Oh, there's a bullet laser or whatever. He got shot. And yeah, the cavalry is here. They're wearing mech suits and shit. Actually, the whole like mech suit thing, that was supposed to be like a bigger plot point in later films, because I was trying to go for like a Marvel Cinematic Universe type thing where there was gonna be like spin-offs and stuff like that. But I never did it. So like this whole plot point with like the mechs and stuff, like the armored suits, like they just never got brought up again, which is weird. So yeah, this brown line that's supposed to be Manda. That was awful, man. That's like some Sci-Fi Channel original type shit. Yeah, so basically that started like at like in the morning basically, so that's why the scene was darker, and then it becomes brighter as the day progresses. So yeah, yeah, the Japanese military, they're getting a handful with Manda. You know, he's just messing stuff up and such. Oh wow, okay, that was actually a good tail smack. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm gonna go outside. You stay here.
Bro, there's no door, so he just jumped over the wall. Like, what the world? Such a stupid decision, man. You're gonna just get tail smacked like that soldier dude, man. Soldier boy. Oh, dang. What the? How you missing? Oh, there we go. There we go. You see, like, how did you did the soldier in like 2 smacks, and then it took you like 3 to get down this dude.
What were you doing?
So anyway,
I got
yeah, so the
killed.
Japanese dude saved them. He got him
Just wanted to
inside
see
and
what
stuff.
was happening outside.
And now there's a whole bunch of exposition. I have no idea why I made this dude the main character, bro. He is literally plastic. Like, he's like has literally no personality. I gave him like zero charisma, zero personality. It was horrendous. It was awful, man.
I think it was a giant lizard.
Kind of glad I killed him off in like the sequel. Not gonna lie.
That
Whoa!
lizard's name
Oh
is
shoot! Oh, I just spoiled it. Oh, my bad, y'all. My bad. Oh no.
Years ago, we thought it had been buried in the ice, which it had for years, ever since the 1954 incident. What happened at that time?
Oh man, he's about to brief him on all the Godzilla lore. Every single movie. Every single one.
Started after World War II.
Yo, I remember I used this scene for the trailers because I was so proud of it. And not gonna lie, it's probably one of the only good things about this movie. Even though it's so dark, I can't see anything. Oh yeah, there's another Stegosaurus using as Godzilla. Basically, I'm using it as a Godzilla because I didn't have a Godzilla. As I mentioned previously, I didn't have a Godzilla at the moment, so I was literally just using that Stegosaurus toy in placehold for Godzilla.
He has awakened. Wait, so you mean that giant lizard outside is Godzilla? No. That's only the start of it.
Oh no, it's only the start of it, man. I'm shaking in my boots, man. Oh my goodness. I think he gets name dropped. I think Amanda gets name dropped here. I could be wrong.
See.
Why is there only like dead silence? Like, why? There's like no dialogue for like a good few couple of seconds, man. That's insane.
Then let's do this. You gotta get you back to the shelter, along with your brother.
I think here is where we get to the part of the movie where everything just kind of starts slowing down, despite the fact that there's supposed to be action here, because like the whole movie since now has been like very fast paced, and now everything's just starting to slow down for some reason because I had to put like the exposition and everything. So now watching this now, it feels like very sluggish, despite the fact that there's action in it, which is interesting. Like it's like this is like me after like watching like 200 movies after making this one, so
Wait,
it's
believe in
pretty
yourself.
stupid to be honest.
Get up! Get up!
This is where like there's like added lore to this. So essentially, I did write a backstory and that I eventually turned into like a little audiobook that's now non-canon, but some parts of it are still canon. So basically, the backstory is that this guy, this Japanese general, essentially back in the day, like his ship was sunken by this kaiju basically, which is supposed to be Godzilla. So now he basically has like this beef with kaiju basically, and that was like the whole like backstory of his, which is why like there's this like scene that's almost like a standoff basically, that he's like it's like his like inner like beef, he's beefing with the kaiju, and yeah, that was basically it. That was like his like backstory, and I did technically turn it into an audiobook a year later, which I have considered that audiobook non-canon now. So it's not canon to like the story, but like technically a version of that did happen like in the universe, if that makes sense. So the story that I made isn't like the one that I released on like video and like turned into a YouTube video. That one's not canon, but like a version of the story is canon. I don't know. I just confused myself, but hopefully people can understand that. Yeah. So basically, yeah, this dude, yeah, he's dead. I don't think I gave him a name. I think I did give him a name, but I just don't remember what that name was. Oh, okay. Now finally, we're gonna get to Godzilla. This is like eventually. By the time I got to Godzilla, this was like it was like afterwards. So I filmed the stuff with Godzilla like almost a month after I filmed everything else because I didn't have the Godzilla toy as I mentioned previously. So this was like a month later in filming, and because I had gone to Walmart, this was around the time 2019 where they were selling the action figures, the toys for Godzilla King of the Monsters, and that's like the 12-inch Jack Pacific one that they would sell at like Walmart basically. I also got like the King Ghidorah, the like the 6-inch one, which you're gonna see it later on in the movie, but that's spoilers, so you don't need to worry about that right now.
Yes, there is. I gotta call up the bus. Why, there it is right now.
Bro, this was supposed to be like a heartfelt moment between like the brothers, but like we don't know jack nothing about this little kid, so why even care? We don't even know anything, but he just fell down. He just fell down. Like what the world? Oh my goodness! Like nobody cares about these characters, man. I shouldn't even be too hard on it because I don't know, man. Nobody hates this movie more than me, but at the same time, it's like a love-hate relationship because it was my first time. So, oh my god, you can even see my thumb. You can see my finger pass by, and also, yeah, here we're introduced to like the character that I actually kind of like the most in the entire movie, General Stents. Oh my god, you can see my finger, bro. Like I don't even like this like teenager, this boy that like he's essentially the main character for like the first two movies, but I like Stents. Stents is actually cool. This is the general over here, and like he's like essentially like at the time of this movie, spoilers for the future, but yeah, and in this movie he's essentially the leader of Crow, which is essentially this is like my version of Monarch. It's like the Kaiju Resource Organization, or like G-Force, basically. So like in the original Godzilla movies, there's this thing called there's an organization called G-Force. I think in the Heisei era, and like obviously in the new movies, it's like called Monarch. So this was like my own interpretation of like what a branch of like government or like military would be like dealing with these kaiju basically. So it's kind of like a NASA basically for like giant monsters. So he actually had like a prequel, like a backstory in this like short film that I made called Origins of Crow, and he shows up in that movie as like this like fisherman, and he has to deal with this like Gorosaurus. He's like this kaiju from the original Toho films basically. Yeah, and basically that's like his origin story, and then like when he grows up, he joins like the organization basically. Oh my goodness, I love that shot. That's my favorite shot. That's like my the only thing that ruins it is that giant toilet. And yes, I did film this in the bathroom. I did film this. I'm ashamed of it. I'm ashamed that I filmed this in the bathroom, but I did film this in the bathroom. And the reason because it was like the least noisy place I could find.
Oh my god.
And that's why I filmed it in the bathroom because it was the least noisiest place.
Get the
Like
weapon down.
nobody would disturb me in the bathroom unless they had to go poop, which was like nobody used that bathroom at the moment. So, yeah. Oh my goodness, I'm not even using like any sound effects, man. I'm just like making the roars with my mouth. It's so silly. And then actually, I think with my friend, I discussed this. I discussed the
I
fight
need to
with my
get it on the
friend,
chopper.
and I
Now.
told them, yeah. So basically, what's gonna happen is that the monster Manda, that's like the snake creature. It's not spelled like Amanda. It's spelled Manda, with an M. But anyways, apart from that, basically the thing was that it was gonna wrap around Godzilla, and it was supposed to be like a boa constrictor. Basically, it was gonna like constrict Godzilla, basically, and then like Godzilla was gonna get him off of him, and then he was gonna use his atomic breath on him. He was gonna kill him, and then I told my friend that it was like, that's a lame fight, bro. That's a lame fight, and not gonna lie, it kind of is. It kind of is. And yep, there we go. The Japanese general dies. He dies in a ball of flames. Nobody cared about him. Bye bye. Get out of here. I don't know. Why did he even care? Why did the main character even care? Like he just met him like for only a few minutes. It makes no sense. But yeah, so this is basically a bomb. They plant a bomb, but it doesn't work. Which I mean makes no sense because if they're Crow, the Kaiju Research Organization, they should know about Godzilla. You're not gonna defeat him with bombs. So like it's so silly. Oh yeah, so basically this is what I was talking about. He was gonna use his atomic breath. He was gonna get Manda, the snake monster, off of him, Godzilla. Basically, he was gonna, and then Manda, the snake, was gonna do like a sneak attack on him, and Godzilla was just gonna kill him. That was the whole fight. That was the whole fight. 30 minutes for this lame ass fight, bro. Oh my goodness, man.
You're alive.
So basically, this scene all goes down to the whole point of me trying to make this a kind of family drama with this family, but it didn't really work out. So it's just kind of a footnote in the whole movie, basically, and it didn't even go anywhere because in the sequel I just dropped it. Like in the sequel, he's like a grown man with like a girlfriend. We don't even see the girlfriend either. We only see her ass for one scene, so it was literally for naught, which is. Spoilers, but I mean I already spoiled it earlier ago by accident. But yeah, he dies in the sequel, so I had to get rid of him. I had to get rid of him. I actually do prefer Stentz as a main character, to be honest. He's in the prequel. He's in Origins of Crow, so at this point, just may as well just make him the main character at this point. I think he has the most potential to be interesting. This dude over here, this anime looking dude, he just wasn't it, to be honest. He just wasn't it. I'm actually not a fan of what I did with the sequel, to be honest. Because everything that I didn't like about King of the Monsters, which I have just rewatched recently. I just watched it recently. King of the Monsters. Everything that I didn't like about King of the Monsters is the same mistakes I made for Strike Zone SOS. And I think the best part about Strike Zone SOS is that I never completed it. There's only like the part 1 and part 2, but I never filmed part 3. I have the script. I actually did write a script for Strike Zone SOS, but I didn't actually film part 3, so it's just an incomplete film. Why is Luigi there? Oh dang, they just killed Luigi. I'm surprised how much of a body count this movie has.
What's going on? I don't know.
What even is that supposed to be? Was that supposed to be the creature, or was that just a slip up? What the world? Oh, there's the Godzilla box again. There it is. He's just trashing everything. He's just smashing that. I think that's a Toyota or a Nissan. I could be wrong.
They're going into the shelter.
This is what I was talking about. This is what I was talking about here. Oh, there's a dead body in the background. This is what I was talking about. This lame ending. He just gets killed. He just gets killed by the atomic breath. Godzilla didn't even have to do nothing. He didn't even do nothing. This is not a victory screech moment. Like, that was like the easiest kill I've ever seen, man. And this shot is in reference to that one scene from Godzilla 2014. If you know what I'm talking about, I think you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't use like sound effects. Like I just made the roars using my mouth, and I
What's
think
he
my
doing?
friend
He's trying to
pointed
get
out
to
to
the other
me,
side of
yo, it
Japan.
just sounds like
Like
you moaning,
serious
man.
destruction.
It kind of does. It kind of
You sure?
does. So that's a little
It
freaky.
seems like it. He's
Hopefully,
going
no
west.
pedophiles see this. You know,
Trying
they're
to
not
look for the nearest water
jacking they meat
source.
to me doing Godzilla sounds. Actually, that sounded wrong. I probably should delete that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Alright, so you think Godzilla's walking off into the sunset, which he is. You can actually see a box of other stuff in the
Fire!
background. But you know, General Stentz, you know, he thinks he's big brain or something, and he decides to shoot Godzilla. This is filmed in a bathtub, by the way. This part is filmed in a bathtub. So you know, Godzilla's basically mad. You know that the humans are like, you know, basically stinging him. Basically they basically shooting at him,
Sure, it
and
seems
essentially
nothing
what I
can
was trying to
stop him.
portray with this scene, what I was trying to portray is that this
So let's
version of
play a
Godzilla,
scene.
he was like, he really didn't care about humanity. He wasn't like humanity's savior. He was just chilling, you know. He was just doing what he gotta do. If another
We're
monster
just
was
gonna
in his
have to
like
see.
in his like territory, in his habitat, you know, he was
Now
about to
let's
throw some
resume,
ass, you
please.
know. He was, well, that sounded wrong, but
Sure, but
he was
that
gonna
might take
he was gonna, you know,
like
he was gonna
years.
like destroy them. He was gonna kill them,
Seems like our
and
only
he
option
really didn't
now.
care about the
I
humans.
think we
And
kill
but
this
if the
guy.
humans like
Not
retaliated,
even
if
the
the
old
humans tried to
oxygen
hurt him,
mask.
then you know he would get bad, and
That machine.
he would essentially treat
We can't
humans
build it.
as you would treat a wasp nest. You know, if it's bugging you, you're gonna have to get rid of it. So that's what I was trying to portray with this scene here, is that he's essentially going on a rampage on Tokyo, but I didn't have the budget for it. I didn't have a budget for a city, so all I did was basically film him during a lightning storm, which I thought was a pretty cool shot, and I actually really do. I ended up using this scene for the trailers. That is actually not the Godzilla 2019 figure. That is actually a Zilla figure. But yeah, basically it's morning. Godzilla has basically destroyed half of downtown Tokyo. He's tired. He needs a rest. And yeah, this is like supposed to be like dawn, but I filmed this in the evening. But you can't tell the difference. Basically, it's dawn, evening, dusk. Who cares, man? Yeah. So basically, this is like midday after Godzilla's destructive night on Tokyo, and like basically ambulances and like people like trying to find you know, if there's any survivors. Basically you got firefighters, you know, you got American soldiers. um that's supposed to be like the shelter that we saw Amanda attack earlier, where they were like screaming and Luigi died. That's supposed to be the shelter. And yeah, it's basically all like covered in debris and stuff. I actually really like that. Like he just flicks the Lego plate off, and he pushes an entire truck by himself. That is insane. He got this random ass lady. Who even cares, man? Who even cares who that is? And basically, the dude, he gets reunited with his dad. That was by accident. They just push each other. They push each other. Yeah, and yeah, the whole family gets reunited basically. Um, yeah. Also, this scene is filmed in the kitchen. This wasn't filmed in the bathroom. This was filmed in the kitchen, which is why it looks completely different. It's so dumb. Yeah. So Stance is like, oh my goodness, what have we
Sure,
done? What have we done?
sure.
Type stuff. Yeah. I hope to explore. If I do make a third movie, I'm probably just gonna recap the scripted ending that I had for Strike Zone SOS, and I'm just gonna put it in the intro for the third movie. And the third movie will probably explore Stents and his kind of like, you know, his relationship he has with like the organization. If you've seen the short film Ghidorah the Space Monster, then you know that he got demoted as general of Crow. Spoilers, but I mean, I guess it's too late now basically. Yeah, so he basically got demoted as general. So I might explore that and how he feels about that. Oh, anyways, yeah, this whole scene is basically just a rip off of like the 2014 ending. It literally has the same audio and everything. And oh my god, you can see my finger. You can see my finger. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it basically just copies it beat by beat, shot for shot. Basically, it's insane. And yeah, that's basically the whole movie. But wait, there's more. There's more. Oh my god, directed by this bozo. Get him out of here. Boo. Oh look, there's my brother credited there. Oh, there's the homie that I was talking about earlier. And yeah, there's some inspiration there. I'm so sorry that you were inspired by me. And boom,
So what
here
are
we
they doing?
have a post-credit scene
Let me
because
show.
I
Let me
thought
show
I
you.
was Kevin Feige.
This
I
is.
thought I was Kevin Feige, and I blew it. Just that's literally the remote to my Toshiba TV. It's insane. But this was teasing like the third movie. This was teasing the conclusion of the trilogy, and it was and I never got to it because I never finished Strike Zone SOS. But yeah, supposedly this Ghidorah is stuck in ice, but I retconned it to be like he's in suspended animation or something like that. And there you heard like the Godzilla roar, and yeah, that's basically it. That's the whole movie. I hope you enjoyed it. I mean, I don't know if you enjoyed it, but yeah. And yeah, thank you for listening to the commentary track. I hope you had a great day, and thank you for watching. Goodbye.